Hey everybody, Joe here. I'm back again. It's the first Wednesday of a brand new month. You already know what that means. It's time for some pickups. What did I get in the month of October? Let me show you. I'm going to kick things off with a handful of games from the Thrift store, which I haven't had luck at the Thrift store the past, couple months, I think, but actually got a few things this time around. We got SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. Look how freaking young John Cena looks on that cover. Alright, next up, we got Battlefield 4. Not really much of a shooter guy or war game type, but you know what? It was cheap. What the hell? Next up is Rocksmith, the regular edition, the first edition. This is the PS3 version. I have the Xbox One version, which I believe is based on the 2014 edition, actually. And that cable, the Xbox One cable, will actually work in the PS3, so I can actually play that. Also, while I'm at it, I've actually used the Rocksmith cable, plugging a guitar into my MacBook to mess around in GarageBand, play with them amp simulations, and it's pretty neat stuff. Anyway, continuing on, we've got Jak and Daxter, and the last of these thrift shop finds is a sealed copy of Intellivision Lives. Yeah, kind of neat to see, especially with all the talk of Tommy Tallarico bringing back that Intellivision branding. Kind of curious about that, to be honest with you. And now let's move on to some NES games. Got 6 NES games right here to show you. I'm going to kick things off with Wall Street Kid. Next up, Xevious. Infiltrator. Orb 3D. Roger Clemens MVP Baseball. One of the subsets of NES collecting that I've always been after was all the LJN games, and that's one more off my list. I've got most of them already. And the last of the NES games I'm going to show you is MTV's Remote Control. I loved this game show as a kid. Game's probably kind of crap, but the game show was kind of fun. Okay, got a few more things to show you. I want to kick off with a couple of, call them bootlegs, call them repros, call them whatever you choose. But the first of those is this copy of Final Fantasy II. I knew it was a bootleg going in. I didn't care. It was cheap. It works. I'm happy. Next up, you should probably call this more of a repro or homebrew than a bootleg, because this is BS, The Legend of Zelda. Somebody adapting the ROM from the broadcast to Teleview to a cartridge and making it playable. I've tried running the ROMs on emulators in the past personally, and I've had no luck, so it's kind of cool to actually have something where I can get them to play. And the next two things here to show you are Super Famicom titles, and they are Super Bonk. I always love the character of Bonk. I wish they'd put him in Smash. I think that would be awesome. Come on, Konami owns the Hudson rights, so what the hell are you waiting for? You got Snake coming back. You got the Belmonts, or at least 2 Belmonts coming up in Smash. Why not Bonk? And the last one I'm showing you is Sonic Blast Man. If you haven't guessed, these two Super Famicom games, I picked up the Japanese versions because they are way cheaper than Super Nintendo versions. All right, there you have it. That's this month's edition of the Monthly Pickup Show. I hope you've enjoyed checking out the games that I bought in the month of October. Going to be back to you this weekend with another video, and hopefully get more content out. It always seems like the beginning of the month is way easier to make content than the end of the month for me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.